Hey y'all, it's freezing in my apartment, and since I already said I don't have a life, we're gonna sit together and we're going to do my puzzle here. And it's a hard one, so if I don't get far by the end of this video, don't judge me. There's a lot going on in it. The puzzle, if you're wondering, is a bunch of different cats in a hotel, and they're all enjoying their lives. So, I can't breathe. Sitting down was a lot of work. I got my heated blanket on under here. I got my grapefruit bubbly, and we're ready to go. I also have music in my ears because the silence in between me talking is enough to send me insane. I always have to have sound because it's a lot going on up here. It's very dark, it's very scary. But I got a banger playlist right now. I am stuck on the Bleachers. Oh, their music is so good. We're just gonna sit here together and do this puzzle. And you're gonna listen to me ramble. And if you don't want to, then that's okay, leave. It's okay. But for the girlies that also don't have a life, you can stay and you can enjoy it. So, I'm just gonna ramble about my life, what's going on recently. So, the FNAF movie just came out. The FNAF movie? Are you kidding me? So, I never actually played the games when I was younger. I don't know why. I always wanted to, but I just never did. And it wasn't until like a few years ago now I fell into the lore. The lore got me, and I heard everything and I said, yeah, killer animatronics, that is my thing. Here we go. This convoluted, crazy story that people have theorized many things. Yeah, I like it. I love it. Here we go. We're full-blown FNAF. And so I got all the games and I played them all just this year. And I've beat almost all of them. For some reason, in Sister Location, I can't get past the mini ballerinas. And it's very frustrating. I have tried it so many times, and I get so close, and I die. I die within just like 15 seconds left, because I time myself. I forgot how long you're supposed to last, but I used to time myself. Yeah, peace in. And then the movie came out. I was so excited. I said, which lore pieces are they going to have? And they better have the Springlock scene. They did. Thank you. And of course, Josh Hutcherson is in it. Josh Hutcherson is so beautiful, if you ask me. I say this to everyone. He is like my #1 celebrity crush, because when I was a kid in elementary school and watching Bridge to Terabithia getting traumatized, I knew that man was cute. I said, oh, he's a cutie when I was a kid. And then, so kid Josh Hutcherson was cute to me. And so I grew up loving that man. Halloween just happened yesterday. I didn't do anything. I worked in the morning and I had a seizure at night. That was so fun. I did some Halloween activities the weekend. Halloween, not like party, because do you see this person? This person doing a puzzle by herself, talking to a camera, partying? Yeah, no. So I went to this street that goes all out in decorating their houses, and I looked at all the decorations, loved it. Went to a pumpkin patch, apple orchard, same thing. No, it's not. But it was a pumpkin patch and an orchard, and had some other fruits that they grew. I think it was cherries. And we went there, enjoyed it. We went in the corn maze. I wasn't feeling good, so I was in my wheelchair. We went in the corn maze, and I kept getting stuck because there were so many like ruts, because it's a cornfield. And I kept getting stuck on rocks, and so someone would have to push me through. And I'd try to help, and my wheels would just spin out. It was very funny at the time. Okay.
Isn't that where we just came from?
No, and then there's a path this way.
That's the barricade.
Okay.
Here.
Oh yeah, it's this the barricade.
We've been here. I see toilets.
Oh, we're so lost. Oh, this is just a.
I thought so. Dang you! I thought so.
So I ran out of books to read. I don't have any at my house right now. So I was looking through ones that I would reread that I have in my what am I talking about? In my shelves. And there's a good series, I forget what it's called now, of course. And yeah. And I wanted to reread that, but then I started thinking, I know where you go. Where do you go? I know you're up here somewhere. Come here, where's the picture? Oh, maybe I don't know where you go. Don't shut down on me. Don't shut down on me now. Anyway. You are up here, you little stinking liar. You're up here. Are you right there? Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, reading. Pendragon. Do you guys know about Pendragon? That's one I used to read in middle school. That should have had as much hype as Harry Potter did. I'm just saying, it's so good. And if I could animate and do creative things, I would absolutely make my own Pendragon movies. Just for myself, so I could enjoy it and I could draw out what I'm imagining because it's so good. It is so flippin' good. So Pendragon, he travels to all these different, like, what I say, universes? Kinda different. I guess universes is the only word that's coming to my head right now, but I don't think that's right. But that's what he does. And in these different universes, there's, like, people speak different languages, and he's supposed to travel and help save the universe. In each different one, there's, I forgot how many. Ignore that. That's how I break apart puzzle pieces when my hands are full. I would just absolutely, there's this world where it's like mainly water and beaches and ice. That's the one I want to draw. I want to picture that, and I can't draw, let alone animate something. Are you crazy? But I want to do it just for those books, and then I would just keep it for myself and just be happy because those books are so good. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's what they look like. I don't even know the author right now, but they're so good. Are they middle school reading level? Yeah, but do I love that imaginary world that it puts me in? Yep, absolutely. And I will reread the whole series, which I think is 9 or 10 books, and pretty solid books. And I will reread it quite often. My brain hurts running this puzzle, man. Yeah, Pippin, you tell him. Talk to Me. That's what I watch. Is so good. That was a really good movie. Like, I didn't think it was that scary. Like, of course, it had jump scares, and I was like, ugh. But the scene of the kid bashing his head in made me nauseous. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of reaction that was, but it made me so nauseous. I did not like that. But that's what the movie's supposed to do, is make you, like, ugh, uncomfortable. Oh, also, Matthew is in Five Nights at Freddy's as William Afton. Oh my gosh. That was such a good choice. And I love it. And I love Matthew so much. I always had a crush on Shaggy when I used to watch the Scooby-Doo movies, so I don't know what that says about me and my type, but Matthew Lillard played Shaggy, so I like to sit here and do tasks to not just sit here and rot in my apartment because, you know, I have an illness that prevents me from going outside and doing things and actually living a life. So I sit here and I do puzzles, or I do paint by numbers. But sitting here also makes me sick. I don't know why. Why is there so much smoke? Stop confusing me. Oh, it hurts my head. Oh my god, they're hotboxing this hotel. Anyway, I sit here and I try not to cry about sitting here and rotting away my life. So this is what I do, is I try to ignore it, and that's why I always have to have sound too. Because if I think about it, tears will roll. Oh, I forgot, I haven't even finished Security Breach from FNAF because my dummy wanted to do it differently because I've seen Markiplier and a few other people play Security Breach before I could get it, and I wanted to be different, and I said I wanted to do Monty before Chica, and I'm stuck in what am I going? Stuck in the maze. There we go. I can't figure out how to clear the vent in the maze, in the mazercise, and I'm very upset about it because I have been on it and I've tried it, and I had my mom look at it and I was like, what am I missing? So I also have to figure out, I'm not technologically advanced, but I also want to figure out how to record playing games and post that with me and Mom playing games, because she's not great at video games, and that is a understatement. There you go. My brain is melting from not knowing where these pieces go. I also watched Garrett Watt's new video, when he went to the Winchester house, and I think, oh my gosh, I just love their laughs. Like, they make so much laughter, and I love it, because it's the best laugh ever. I don't know what's inside of your head. And I just love them so much, and whenever they post a video, I freak out. And Garrett got his spooky box stolen, and he was so upset, and I would be too. Like, I feel so bad. And then I was also watching Sam and Kobe's Conjuring series. I never was like a big fan of Sam and Kobe. I would watch a video here and there, and I don't even know why, but I always liked the videos I watched, but I never seeked out and watched them regularly like I do with most people. And I watched the Conjuring series. That's crazy. I'm one to always be like, if they're recording it, it's usually fake. And some of the things Garrett captures, like the voices, I'm like, no way. That's crazy. And he elevates the volume and everything. That's insane. And then the Cody and Satori thing in Cody and Sam and Kobe's video is crazy. And I was first trying to think of ways that this could be fake, because the answers are too concise compared to every other ghost hunting video there is. The answers are so precise and on time. I said there's no way. But there's no way to fake that either. I don't understand it at all. Because they even tried to debunk it, took them to different places and everything. And it's insane, it still happens, and it's crazy, I don't understand. Because I have crazy things happen around me. I even got told to have an exorcism by someone because of my seizures. They were like, you should try an exorcism. Pippin, none of that is for you. What was I saying? Oh, exorcism. So I got told to have an exorcism when I was like 13, 14, 14, 15-ish. I don't know, sometime around then. And I don't know what I believe in. And so I was like, you're crazy. But some of the things that happen to me and like that follow me to different places I live is crazy. Like, I'm not saying I am possessed or something, but I don't know, weird things always happen. Like, TVs will turn on and off. The craziest thing happened. Ivy and I were watching Talk to Me. And it was after watching Talk to Me? No, it was right before watching Talk to Me even. So it wasn't even the scary movie. We were watching the Stern Yellow Triplets News podcast with Patty is her name, the medium lady. And as soon as like an ad came on at the very end of the podcast, the ad was like talking to us. It was like ad for blah blah blah, and it has 10 seconds left. And I was like, what the? This is weird. And then every time I would like move around or I went to go choose Amazon Prime Video, and guess what? It was talking to me the entire time, like how it should for people who can't see. It lets you know like what you're on, and so they can click the right things. But I didn't even know how to turn that on, and it turned on by itself. That's the thing. And I didn't know how to turn it off. I was looking through all the settings and we couldn't find it, so we just turned on the movie, and once it got going it didn't continue to talk. It was just once you chose something it would quit. I got another piece, one more piece, yes. And we watched the whole movie, and I was like, hopefully, and I turned the TV off and on, because sometimes it'll just reset itself. It didn't, and so it was continuously talking at me. And it took me a while, but we finally found how to turn it off. Oh, one time at my parents' house, I remember, my old friend from high school, Alexis, we were watching Oculus. This movie. It's about a haunted mirror, and it's like one of my favorites. I don't know why nobody talks about it, but it, like, the transitions from the past to the present is so good. And we were watching a scene, and one of my biggest, like, I can't look at it fears is like people or things crawling, and it makes the noise when they crawl. I gotta look away. I hate that. And it was doing that. The mom was chasing the kids, and she's like chasing after them on all fours because she's possessed by the mirror, and she's trying to kill her kids. And then it was like on her face. Her face is all mangled because she ate a glass plate. Don't jump up here. Don't. There's too much going on. You'll shake pieces everywhere. And as soon as it got to her, like, mangled, bloody face with her teeth all broken because she's eating glass plates, all the power in the house shuts off. There was no storm, no anything. And I remember Alexis and I, we couldn't even talk. We were, like, holding each other. Like, we couldn't move. We were just frozen. And we couldn't speak. And then the power turns on by itself a minute later. Gino? Gino, get down. Get down. It turns on a minute later, not even seconds later, a minute. I mean, which is 60 seconds. But here's the thing. It felt like forever, and I couldn't, like, breathe. It was, like, very cold. It was the worst feeling ever. Like, it was so scary. And then the power turned back on, and, like, we just look at each other. We can't even speak, and we're both, like, tearing up. I don't know what happened or what freak of nature I was gonna say. Is it nature? Kinda. Alright, sorry about that. My camera just stopped recording. and turned off. It does that though. I don't know if there's like a certain time limit. I should probably read that. What was I saying? Oh, all of my freaky experiences. There was another one. For some reason, my TVs always turn off and on randomly. I've literally like almost throw out a TV and I get a new one because I'm like, this TV is like broken or something, and I give it to someone else or someone else uses it and it's fine. I don't know what. Like, I literally just turn the power button on and I sit there and I watch whatever for a while, and then all of a sudden it turns off, and then it'll turn on, and then it'll turn off and on and off and on for a good few. One time it was like hours. The one in my bedroom was like freaking out, and then there was the little light on the TV. It was like blinking like crazy. I was like, I don't like it, so I had to just unplug it. And what else? Oh, so it turns off and on by itself. Usually when I'm watching it, it turns off, and then it does a whole cycle of freaking out. But one time, I came home from work, and I work until usually midnight, 1 a.m. on the weekends. I come home, feed my cats, which is in the back room. I come back out here to the living room. The TV's on, and I don't know why that made me more uncomfortable than when it turns off. I said, please don't do that. Thank you, I'm going to bed. And my lights will always flicker, even though we change bulbs and things. There's just been a lot of weird things. Oh my gosh, the weirdest one too, still at my parents' house, was, what was it? How do I explain it? So, you could be inside the house. Whoever is inside the actual house can hear it. Whoever is outside can't hear it. Like, I literally had a friend at one time. She was over. She was on the deck. I was inside the house. It was a screen door we were talking through. The screen was open. The actual door wasn't even shut. And every once in a while, we get this, like, boom that will shake the house and, like, literally sometimes, like, shake picture frames and stuff. And, because I'm not the only one that's experienced this. I think Mom has a few times. I'm not sure, but I know Dad has. And we look at each other, we're like, and it happened when I was talking to my friend through the screen, and I said, oh my god. And I started, like, panicking. I was like, did you feel that? Did you hear that? Like, it's a giant boom that shook the house, like, the ground shook. And she's like, no. And same thing when my mom was outside. I think it was when my dad and I heard it, and we're like, did you not hear that? She's like, no. We're like, I'm so stuck. I don't even know where to go because I've got so many pieces out right now. That does not go there, you stupid. Sometimes I just like to insult myself. But yeah, I've had some weird experiences that make me sometimes very uncomfortable, but I just try to ignore it and live my life and just don't even think about it. I say, that wasn't real. Gino! He loves to get in the cupboards. I don't know why. Just to irritate me, that's why. So, if you guys have any other suggestions of someone who can't leave their house, I sometimes do Lego sets, but Lego sets are very expensive for some cool ones that I really want to do. Like, I have the Office one that I did because I love the Office. And because I don't want to do just random ones. And I have, what's the other one I did that recently? Oh, the Up one, the Disney movie Up. Yeah, because I love that movie. I love Kevin. I just love everything about that movie. It's a good one. And so this is my life on days that I'm not with anyone, and it's very, very sad. And some days I do need days like this. I do need to be by myself because I just get drained being around other people. And sometimes this is like the best day ever, but when it's repetitive, only doing this, like this is your only existence, it's no fun anymore. It's no good. Not my thing. So if you guys have any other suggestions other than puzzles, painting, and it's paint by numbers because usually I'm not creative enough to, do things on my own, paint on my own. I mean, I am, but I just always end up hating it no matter what because I hate anything that I do probably, and I need to work on that. I just don't know what else to do. Haven't tried knitting or crocheting, but I don't think I would be good at that because if I'm not good at something instantly, I get very upset. So that's an issue I also need to work on. Also, I've just been binge watching Brittany Broski. Like, I've always loved her, and I've watched videos here and there, and I've been following her since the kombucha video. But, ooh, Tash Sultana, okay. But, like, lately, she's just been the only thing that I listen to when I do my puzzles. I'll listen to her podcast. The Basement Yard is also a good one. What other podcast do I listen to? Trish. One thing about me is I usually don't like these very controversial people, but I have two weaknesses, and it's Tana Mojo. I've loved her since she was in the room with the stain on the door, and Trisha Paytas. I love them so much, and when they get together, which they have been doing more often on their podcast, I eat it up. I do. So I've been watching a lot of their podcasts together. Of course, on Mondays, I watch the Cut the Camera podcast as soon as it comes out. I always wanted to play an instrument or do anything with music because music is beautiful and in my everyday life, but guess who is the worst? Like, is not musically inclined at all? Me. It's awful. I literally took 2 different music classes in high school because they said I couldn't take art again for some reason. I said, just let me paint things. But they wouldn't. So I had to take 2 music classes, and I hated every second of learning how to read music. I don't know. It just made me want to puke. What was I saying? Oh, music classes. It was awful. It was torture for me. I hated every second of it. Like, I did good, but I don't know why. I just hated it. And of course, I was barely ever in the class with any of my friends. Everyone else got to take art, and I guess I took it too much. But sometimes I just love music so much, and I literally, every song I have on my playlist, I have many, I have that playlist. But every song that I listen to, I have a literal full music video going on in my head. And I have like a stage performance. Like, if I could sing and with a good voice and knew how to make music, I'd be unstoppable. So I just need the basics. You know, the basics of how to do everything else. I have the creative eye for each music. I just need someone else to write the songs and sing it and make the music behind it. Yeah. But some of these songs, I just have everything like a stage performance. And I have background dancers planned out in my head, and I can see the music video, the set. Ugh. Like I said, if I could do everything that's needed to be a singer, I would be a singer. It's all for you. Take these. This puzzle is not one of the ones that stays together, which is one of the more frustrating things, especially when my cats tear across it. I don't know who would actually watch this, that's the thing. But I am doing what I love, and that's rambling and making puzzles. here's the thing. I live just a few feet away from a grocery store, and I can't even walk there some days because I'm petrified that I will have a seizure, and I'm just freaking seizing it out in the parking lot. And then I end up in an ambulance, and it's a whole thing, so I can't even, like, go for a little walk to get out of my apartment. I just have to sit here, and I have to rot, and I want to cry some days, most days, almost every day. I have a hard time ranking all of my favorite songs sometimes because a lot of it nostalgia gets in the way of a lot of it. Because for the longest time, I was like, Five Sauce first album is just the best. They have grown so much. Girl, you just haven't. You're stuck in the memories that you have associated with those songs. And then I was listening to Five Sauce 5 when it came out, and I said, that one actually, like, blew my mind. It changed me. That is my favorite album they've ever made, and maybe will ever make, because it's so good. But they'll probably top themselves next time, which is in probably a few years. And when I heard Bad Omens, it feels like your soul is leaving your body, and you can just, it's just so good. And hearing that live, that was something else. So I remember listening to Harry Styles for the first time, because I was never a big, like, One Direction fan. I liked a few songs, which is crazy, I know. And then I listened to Harry Styles after they split up, and I heard Sign of the Times for the first time ever. And I was listening to it with headphones. I literally got goosebumps from that song, and I love that song so much. And people are like, do you hear the background song music and you don't get goosebumps? What do you mean? What do you mean? And then I think that's the first song ever that, like, gave me goosebumps. And then I started listening to more music. I said, ooh, okay. And then I don't know if I got just more in tune with everything, everything associated with us, with a song. Holy cow, if I could speak. And so I'm listening to everything and able to hear it all, and I'm taking it all in. Now it's different when I used to just only focus on the lyrics, and sometimes it does take me a few listen-throughs for some things to actually hear some. Okay, Leah! Marge? Her song Tropical Marijuana? Oh, it's so good. It's, like, on every playlist I have. Tropical marijuana. Yeah, and I eat it up every time I hear it. My camera keeps freaking out, so I don't know what's going on, but thanks for watching, and that's all I'm gonna do for today.